That's how I'm muted. I was like, but I see things going through. That face when I realized, do I really make a face when I realize that I'm muted? So, there will be no doggy cam today because y'all didn't really say what you wanted to do. It wouldn't be a celebration without mute. That's for real. Since y'all didn't say what you wanted to do, we have some options. We can mark some rocks together. I don't think anybody really wants to mark rocks. If you would like to know how many rocks you've counted, I can pull that up. I could, if you asked really nicely, I could even pull up the entire... No, I probably shouldn't pull up the entire database to show you. But yeah, we can mark rocks. I have 3 different Lego sets. And yeah, so let me show you why there's no doggy cam, and all these other things. Oh, this is going to annoy me, and I don't think there's any way to not make it annoy me. Well, hold on. Oh, bits! Bits! Alright, hold on. I'm just trying to minimize annoyance, and it may not happen. It may not happen. Yes, I am trying to get this all out of the way. It kind of works. I'll show you in a second. So, bits. The dogs are looking at me very expectantly because they heard me say bits. We don't have doggy cam, and because I don't have doggy cam, I don't have any bits ready for the dogs. So I'm going to spoil the dogs. This one and only time, I'm going to spoil the dogs. Yeah, it is a fancy keyboard, and I can change the colors too. My keyboard usually sits like right here. So how do I change the colors again? It's pretty basic, but it doesn't remember what color you left it off on. So it always defaults back to blue. So these are the... I'm not used to having the overhead cam. So these are the rock cakes that Veronica suggested that I make in celebration. It is, I guess, a traditional treat in the UK, and they're super easy to make. They're, I guess, apparently also super cheap to make. Some flour, a stick of butter, an egg, some dried fruit, not a whole lot of sugar. Yeah, but these are the rock cakes I made earlier. Because I don't have any bits. Nobody asked your opinion. How about you get down from the couch? Yeah, it has like, I think I added 55 grams of sugar for the whole batch. And I added sugar on top, and of course there's sugar in the, oh, you guys are awesome! And I added sugar on top. So there's more than 55 grams of sugar in the whole batch. But it's pretty cheap, it's easy, they are very crumbly. Very crumbly. So what's going to happen is I am going to give the dogs some of the rock cakes. Alright. Yeah. Come here, Puck. Come on. Come here. Come here. You shouldn't really be able to see Puck. Can you speak? No? There you go. Take it. Oh, good boy. Do you want one, Tink? Come here, Tinkerbell. She's gonna make me... Hold on, I have to give it to her on the couch. There. Here you go. Take it. Good girl. They're not sure because they've never had these. So they're like, I don't know what this is. But yeah. Sorry. This is not an ideal setup, and part of me is like, I'm just gonna end up looking ridiculous trying to not distract you all. Ha! I did it! You know what? That works. We're just gonna leave it there. I don't know what I did, but does it work? Yeah, but because they've never had these before, they're always a little hesitant with the new food. And I may have the music down too low. There you go. Because they're always hesitant with the new food. They're like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, these are the rock cakes I made. I took 2 recipes together, squished them together, made some modifications. I added pumpkin pie spice because there's no mixed spice in the US. And I added some vanilla bean paste, and, you know, instead of raisins, I have dried cherries. So, yeah, because Favorite Human took me to the store last night, and he made a face when I asked him if he liked raisins. And all the recipes essentially just called for dried fruit. So yeah, I picked a dried fruit that he would like, and they are amazing. So I will be snacking on these because, you know, they're delicious. And Tinker's already over here begging for some. Vanilla bean paste is a specialty item that he bought for me for Christmas a few years back. Like right before we started dating, he had bought me, because I asked for it because I wanted it for recipes. Because there were some cookie recipes I wanted to make one year that relied heavily on vanilla bean paste. So it's just a bit more of an intense thing. Also cuts in half and put lots of whipped cream and jam on it. Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. So yeah. Oh yeah, and the sugar I sprinkled on top is like kind of chunky sugar that I had infused with essentially the oil from lemon, or not lemons. This batch wasn't lemons. Essentially the oil from oranges and some orange zest. So yeah, it's a pretty amazing combo. I probably could have even added a teeny bit of orange stuff. All right, bye, Ambius. Have a good day at work tomorrow. It looks like Marmite tastes a lot better. It really does. It is really delicious. So yeah, that's what'll be clotted cream rocks. But yeah, so this is what I'll be snacking on throughout the evening, and at some point Favorite Human's going to come home and he's going to have some of this too. So yeah, so these are the rock cakes, and I have more in my kitchen. Orange liqueur would go well. I also have orange, like there's the imitation vanilla that you add, the orange vanilla extract. I also have orange extract because I used it in cookies one year. I made Eclipse cookies. All right, so Lego. Oh, this cord's just gonna be in the way. I'm sorry. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, other than I could just not hear things. So Lego. The first set I have is, you know, I say I'm not going to mess with it, and here I am trying to mess with it. There we go. So the first set I have, is this upside down or right side up for you guys? It looks like it's right side up. So this is the bonus set that came with my Apollo set. It is just a tiny, what is it called? It has a name on here. Maybe it doesn't have a name, but it's just a little rocket ride. So this is one set that I have. Yeah, it's just a little amusement ride. And this is another set I have. This is actually the second copy of this that I own. The first copy, I got it when it first came out. And it lives at my office at Youngstown State. And this is the Women of NASA. And it's 3 minifigs and their respective things. So yeah, this one's pretty cool. And I am totally not against... Oh, there's 4 women. I'm sorry. I thought... Because there's only 3 stands, but there's 4 women. So this is another set we could do. And the big set... Oof, oof. Alright, where do I put these two while I do that? We'll put those 2 over here. And the big set... Oof. Is this monstrosity. I can't even get it all the way on camera. So here's the big monstrosity. Lego. This is the lunar lander, and I know, I heard it too. This is the lunar lander. It also came with a patch, which is back in the box that it came shipped in. Favorite Human offered to take me, like, this came out, I think, the day before my birthday. And Favorite Human offered to take me out to the Lego store to get it directly, and we actually just had it shipped. So, those are the options. This one, the lunar lander, I suspect is going to take a lot of time to put together. And the other two are going to take a little bit of time. And we're just under... I know, I heard you. No, you're not getting any more. I have created a monster. Did I get the badge with the lander? Random Wallaby asks. Yes, it is in the box that is on the other side of the room. But yes, I got the badge with the lander. But yeah, those are our three options. I'll leave it up to you guys. Kind of do all that. And DPI is doing my intro because, yeah, I just kind of started streaming. So yeah, if you're tuning in because you thought we were all on vacation and you're wondering what's going on, this is what's going on. We've been mapping BENNU, and y'all hit halfway during our vacation week. So, and I promised a celebration stream when we hit halfway. No, you can't have more cookies. So you hit it, so yeah, you guys hit halfway. I promised a celebration stream if y'all did hit halfway, and here we are. It's the last day of vacation, and yeah, y'all marked BENNU. I'm going to pull up the... What is it? I'm going to pull up the database. If you would like to know how many rocks you've marked, or how many not rocks you've marked, if you'd like to know how many images you've marked, we can look that up. So Veronica Cure says, I got rock cakes, so not voting, which whatever I pick is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and open. Hey Joe, what prize can I win to map the second half of BENNU? Mick wants the Lego of the Women of NASA Lego set. Thanks for the sub, Joe. Is Mick watching too? Are y'all having a watch party? The dog's just going to distract me. You're not getting any more. I did not fill the treat container. Yeah, they should have thrown in like stickers or something, but there's no stickers in the box for the Women of NASA. Alright, so I apologize for the dog. She's just going to be annoying. So I'm doing a... Hey! Mythtown says, I want the moon set. Alright, so we have one vote for the moon set and one vote for the lunar lander. And no, you do not have to resubscribe to vote. They're just doing that to get my attention. So thanks, guys. You two are awesome. So Yo Joe M and Mythtown, who I also call Walker, are part of my gaming friend group. And it is all Joe's fault that you all tossed Cheerios at the dogs. So Tinker whining right now is all Joe's fault. Joe had the idea. He's like, hey, do this. People will love it. And I was like, are you sure? And then I did it and you guys ate it up and now we've been doing it for a year. So yeah, that was all Joe's idea. So I'm going to run the query now. I saw 2 votes for Lunar Lander. Lunar Lander set is pretty cool. We need it's Joe's fault. Be warned that not all of Joe's ideas for raising bits or family friendly. I have had to tell him no to a couple. I'm still not sure if he was serious about one of them. All right, so I'm in the database right now, and there is someone that has marked 3,531 images. And in Discord earlier, I shared a bunch of kind of stats in the BENNU Mappers channel. Oh, Tinkerbell, you are probably going to make me dig out the thing. So, I'm just trying to scroll up to find it. So, as of today, at 2:30-ish p.m. Eastern time, so, what, about 4 hours ago? Starstrider's not here. She's on vacation. We've had 8 people do over 3,000 images, 11 people do over 2,000 images, 18 people do over 1,000 images, 500 people do 22 images. No, I'm sorry. 22 people did 500 images, 70 people did at least 100 images, 147 people marked 50, and 297 people marked at least 25, and 751 marked at least 10 images. So, yeah, y'all are amazing. And when you take into account that 3,512 people have marked a single image, the fact that, you know, a little under half have gone on to mark 5 images, congratulate yourselves all, because it's amazing. These numbers are pretty close to being accurate. They're pulled directly from the database, and in the database I will freely admit that we have a couple test users that have that are like guests or just test users when we're testing things, and when I go and run the so-called real numbers, clean up the data, those numbers will be a bit lower, but essentially anything from 10 and up is accurate. So yeah, Mike Cassidy is definitely part of the 1,000+ club, and yeah, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm probably going to make certificates for each of the major milestones, and in my head, the milestones are definitely 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, and then the 500, 100, 50, and 25. Because to go down to 10 or below, we're talking a lot of words, Annie. We're talking a lot of certificates to generate. So yeah, and I'm not promising anything, but when we wrap all of this up, I would like to have, you know, to put out all of your personalized stats to, you know, yourselves. I'd love to send you an email that says, this is how many things you've marked. Or not how many things you've marked, because I don't know how to pull up marks yet. This is how many images you marked, and this is how much time you spent on the project. So, yeah, because you guys have... the number of human hours that have gone into this is amazing. So, alright, so we've had votes for the Lunar Lander project. So I'm going to disconnect from the database. If you do want to know what your count is, ask me in Discord, and I'll get to it eventually. So, alright, so I guess the first step is... picking the box up again. Picking the box up again, and... yeah. Figuring out how we open up this bad boy. I guess up here will work. Trying to carefully do it so I don't ruin the box too much. We ain't settling for the small stuff. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Just means that we're going to have to do something different for when I do the celebration. For when I do another celebration stream for when you're all done. So, here comes everything. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Fucked a box on the floor. Trying to make heads or tails out of all of this. Potter says, I may need a moment. So here is the booklet with the stickers. Yes, the bags are numbered. I will show you that in a second. So this is bag number 3. Bag number 2. Bag number 1. Bag number 1. There are 2 bag number 1s. Okay. I guess there's also 2, you know, number 2 bags. 4. And 4. Okay. So I don't think there's any more than 4. Shh, 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 shh. They do. There's like 3 bags labeled number 4. So what I'm doing is I'm putting away all the bags that aren't 1. Oh, and this bag doesn't even have a label. There's no label on this. Which is kind of worrisome to me. That's bag number 2. Frankly, frankly. Alright, so we have 2 bag number 1s. And... Hey, enough. No. Yeah, they're really good. And really, if you don't like raisins, I do strongly encourage using like dried cherries or another dried fruit you like. Alright, so here's some stickers, so we're gonna have some fun with stickers at some point. So we'll just set those aside. I can tell you which ones I used. I used the one from the spruce, and the one I mostly went with was the spruce, and I think the BBC one is where I got the idea to add spices. Because the one for the spruce was just like, you don't need to do all this other stuff. But no, adding spices and vanilla, which the spruce recipe did not have you do, was definitely a good idea. I almost always add vanilla. So, can't really show the entire book, but has some history in here. And, alright, have fun with Sidewalk Astronomy, Keeper! And, yeah, there's a whole lot. Here, this is a neat diagram. See if I can get it so where there's not glare on it. It has side by side of schematic and the Lego. So that's neat. And now it's going to repeat the same information in Spanish. And I'm amazed they didn't do it in French too. Oh, they did it in French then Spanish. Look at me knowing my languages. This may take me a while, so... But the bad part is I don't have a spot to just put this and work on it and walk away. It's... Yeah. I guess I have the box it all came in. So... And then this page, which is hard to see. Let's see if I can bring that up a little more. It's a little weird working with an overhead. It literally breaks down what each bag makes. So we could definitely do bag 1 and go from there. So we will totally complete bag 1. Alright. Yeah. I mean, there's 4 bags, so... There's totally 4 bags. Alright, so set that on my keyboard. Hopefully it won't trigger anything. There we go. Oh, really? Rock buns? DPI? I can see that. So what I'm doing is I have a couple of small bowls, obviously not enough, and I'm just kind of sorting by color. This does make life easier. And that way, I shouldn't have any rogue parts fall off my desk. In theory, right? Right. Oof. Yeah, Veronica, I'm assuming her comment about just Googling is finding a recipe, and that's what I did too, because she had shared a recipe with me, either during a chat or in Discord, and to find a recipe, I just went and Googled, and the BBC's recipe pulls up on top, but BBC calls for castor sugar, which is not always available in the US, and it's not icing sugar, but it's not, it's finer than granulated sugar, but it's not like powdered sugar, because powdered sugar usually has cornstarch in it. So that's why I ended up using a recipe from Spruce Eats, and they're like, this is the easiest one, but it left some things out. Baking sugar, yeah. Baking sugar, bar sugar, I think is what one website said it could be called as. Yeah, I thought about it, and there was, oh, look at this bag of small, there's a bag inside the bag of all small pieces. We're gonna keep this in the bag for a while. Yeah, I thought about, there was one that said, oh, use a coffee grinder, and I'm like, but then I'm going to have coffee in my rock cakes, and I wasn't sure if I was up for that. I'm sure it would taste fine. And then, you know, when I just brewed my cold brew, I'd have a little bit of extra sugar in there, and it would be fine. But I decided to not. My little bowls are not big enough. Lofty Peak Flour Recipe Book. Yeah, having a coffee grinder just for spices is probably not a bad idea. Yeah, we made it halfway. Oh, wow. Check out. I think this slides over the body for the minifig. But this is, I don't know if it'll focus. Maybe I can do it here. It's pretty intense. As probably the biggest piece I've ever seen that slides onto a minifig. Yeah, no, I don't grind my own spices. I've known people that have, but I do not grind my own spices. Oh look, and this will be the third one I have on my desk now. But those are always handy to have. And a teeny tiny little placard that says the Apollo 11 lunar lander. Aha! Hey, Planetary Pan! I am sorting out the Legos. People were afraid to vote. So, you know, the people that did vote said the lunar lander. What's the orange thingy? The orange thingy pries apart, or helps you pry apart Lego blocks. It is an amazing invention, and you can actually buy them separately, but they also come in larger kits, larger block kits. So, aw, YYZ says that she's hate mapping right now. And for those of you that are like, how can you just assume YYZ's gender? I'm not. I actually know YYZ's gender. Ah! Alright, look at me getting Lego parts everywhere. Alright, let's get the small ones in here. Because that's really what I'm worried about losing. Get in the thing and stay in the thing. Okay. Heat mapping BENNU is okay. Okay. Alright, so it's saying we should have... Oh, it wants us to put the astronaut together first. Well, we'll do that later, because I already put the pieces in another thing that's just off screen. And here we go. Ah! Alright, so I'm probably going to just keep the Legos on camera and keep the instruction book at my lap, because otherwise it's just going to make my camera do things that I don't want my camera to do. As long as you're not heat mapping currently, because BENNU is uniformly cold. Oh, I forgot, because I was going to let you guys pick what beer I drink, too. I do have 2 astronomy-themed beers in my fridge right now. One is called Wave Particle Duality, and is a dry-hopped sour. And the other one is a stout. I can never remember the name, but it has amazing art on the can. Maybe we can do it like this. Yeah, this works. It's too hot for stout. Well, I have I'm sitting in air conditioning, so I really don't care. I mean, I have other things, but they are not astronomy themed. And the stout is actually limited edition. And for a while, Favorite Human was buying it for me in 4-packs at one of the shops, but now they just sell it in singles. Can we see the labels? What do you mean by labels? You want to see the sticker sheet again? Here's the sticker sheet. Oh, your AC broke? That's terrible. Oh, beer labels. Yeah. Yeah, let me go get them. Oh no, I'm attached. Let me go get them. Oof. Hey, no, nobody's here. Quit barking. Go outside. Out, 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 out. All right. So, they are both Ohio beers. Probably just easier to do it this way. Maybe, maybe not. They are both Ohio beers. They're both brewed in Ohio. Come on, let's go back here. So here's the wave particle duality. And here is the Imperial Cosmic Cocoa. And this is the one who the label art I really like. I'm probably going to keep the label for wave particle duality. So yeah, I've never had the wave particle duality before. I have had this one before. So they are very cool. So yeah, anybody have any input on which one I should be drinking? Mike says wave particle. Alright, let me put the stout back in the fridge then. No, nothing is happening! You don't need anything. Okay. Oof. Does it taste like cocoa? The stout, it kind of does have a chocolatey taste. It was aged in bourbon barrels, so a lot of the really intense bourbon flavor comes out, and it's kind of overpowering. So, meow. Oh, can you hear the cat, or can you just hear me yelling at the cat? He's been fed. I promise he's been fed. He is loud, isn't he? If he gets annoying enough, I do have treats. Alright, I guess we'll put that over there. I cleaned off my desk, and now I have Legos everywhere, and now I'm like, I don't know where to put anything. Haha. Yeah, the cat is loud. He is a furry alarm clock. He has no qualms about waking me up in the morning when favorite human has to work. And he'll be all up in my business, and I'm like, cat, 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 what are you doing, cat? And if he can't get into the room, he'll just sit out in the hallway and cry. Yes, he does like the liquid treats. He will do them. It's just he doesn't want me to hold him while I give them to him. He can stand there and I can squeeze it and he'll take it. I think he recognizes the tubes by now because he's had quite a few. But he does not want me to hold him while he eats them. So, but I got him to stand on my desk the other day and eat one. So that was nice. All right. Oh wow. This is definitely the base. There should be 3 of these. Oh. This also must be bag number 1. It's not marked as such. Oh, you bumped your head. Well, Refsmat, I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, Refsmat. don't know how many of you remember, but I had a concussion like last summer. So I am very concerned when I see something like, oh yeah, I bumped my head. And I'm like, are you sure you're okay? Do not be afraid to, you know, go to the hospital. But if you're in America and you're really not too sure if it's hospital worthy, as long as you're not puking, I think you're okay to go to like a general practitioner. Until then, lay down, no alcohol. Yeah, urgent care. Lay down, no alcohol. And just take care of yourself. I hope you're okay, Refs Matt. Man, my concussion was the worst. I lost months of time, and I still have some headaches sometimes. Yeah. I always hate how, you know, going to, you know, to get healthcare in the US is like, how bad is it? Is it bad enough to really go? Like, this should not be like this. Oh, I need teeny tiny parts that are in here. Oof, oof, oof. Alright. Just need one of those. And I can't tell if that's open or closed. But I think it's open because that's all I have in here. So, but yeah, I hope you're gonna be okay, Refs Matt. Shh, shh, shh. If I had the power to email people and be all, hey, do you know you've marked only one image? Do you know if you mark 4 more, you know, you'd hit a major milestone? I could do that because there's a whole lot of people that have marked a single image and then we're just like, nope, I'm done. And if each one of them came on and did 4 more images, that's a lot. That's probably, let's just say it's 1,000 people that have only done a single image. And if we got, be generous and say 200 of them to come on and do 4 images each, that's 800. It's 800 images that would have, you know, more views. So, and I had looked in the database earlier and pulled out, was looking at the different, you know, how many images you've done, or how many images have, you know, only been marked once or not. Mythtown, you have done 3, if I recall correctly. So if you do 2 more, you hit 5. If you hit 25, you're gonna get a certificate. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna bribe people, is I'm gonna make certificates. If you want a certificate, you have to do at least 25 images. So yeah. Cat. Well, how about you come out here and see everybody else, Cat? He calls himself Fluffy. He calls himself Fluffy. Kerbal says, military care when you can go to a base hospital ER is dope. Remote, not so much. Yeah. So my first time using military care as a dependent was really weird because I went to the facility for troops. And I probably should have just pulled the, I want to just go to the facility with troops. Hey, Uncle Bill! Guess what we're building? It's a secret. Actually, no, it's not a secret. But I'll let you guess. But the weird thing is when you're both a retiree and a dependent, because yes, I was both of those, is that your dependent card pretty much trumps your retiree card. So, that's weird. Lem? You got 2 letters. If that's an acronym, you got 2 letters right. Mythtown says, shouldn't your retired backside be out front yelling at kids to get off your lawn? No. I think there is, but I would have to do it in mail merge style / through something else. And A, I don't have the okay to do this. And B, I don't know if I really want to do it, because I really don't want to spam people. But yeah, because Dr. Pamela is the one that usually writes those kind of messages, and she's the one that yeah. Oh, LEM is the acronym you grew up with. Yeah, you guessed right. Dr. Pamela is the one that usually writes the messages, and I have access to the data. I probably could email people, but people know Dr. Pamela, not me. Because they'd be like, who's this weird person signing off on it? So there are things where, you know, having Dr. Pamela's name attached to it in her speaking voice or her writing voice is better than just, you know, being like, hey, cool, Annie can do this. Let's do that. So yeah, I know there was an email about, hey, you know, this is kind of a progress update, but personalized emails are not something Dr. Pamela's done, and I think I can make it happen. So, oh, pizza for dinner sounds amazing, Mike Cassidy. Have fun. Have fun. Okay. We're ready to turn the page. We're going to be on step 9 soon. Oh, really? You couldn't just tell me to finish this out? They're like, step 9 is literally, okay, put this here. I'm like, but why? Aw, thank you, Canada Kim. It's like, yeah, if you watch the streams, you know, on a semi-regular basis, or you're in the Discord, you know who I am, but not everybody that has been marking BENNU has been watching the Twitch streams or is on Discord. I think a very small minority of BENNU mappers are actually on Discord. Apparently I now set this aside. So here's what I just finished building. Set this aside over here. Alright, we'll just set it on top of the keyboard. How about that? And I don't do Facebook. Like, I have a Facebook account, but I'm really not active on Facebook. But yeah, through the many modes of is BENNU on Facebook. There's a BENNU account on Twitter that's hilarious and will interact with you. But I don't know if there's a BENNU account on Facebook. So I am not particularly fond of Facebook. Discord is a little strange, especially if you're not a gamer. But if you're a gamer, Discord is awesome. And part of that is because of the software and things we were using before. And the things we were using before were pretty terrible. But Discord is amazing compared to that. And it's free for the users, which is both, you know, awesome and terrible. And then this one and this one. Yeah, from Mumble to Discord. And I've used TeamSpeak. Things of that nature. Yeah, there's still a lot of people in my life that use Facebook to communicate. And, yeah. I'll have to make 2 of these. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of people that use it to communicate. There's a lot of people that use it to invite me to events. And, I'm trying to think. Yeah, invite me to events. There are people that, you know, use it to keep everybody updated on their life, which is great, but if I don't check it, you can't just assume that you can't just assume everybody checks Facebook all the time. So, yeah. DPI says, I don't use WhatsApp, and that feels so good. I do use WhatsApp. Please note that WhatsApp and Instagram and Oculus, maybe? I can't remember if Oculus is owned by Facebook. But WhatsApp and Instagram are owned by Facebook. So, yeah. And yeah, it is a lot of platforms. Alright, so I feel like... Oh. See, now we turn these things upside down. And... yeah, and they are syncing data. Does your head hurt, though? Wait, I don't think this is right. I think it hangs over. Okay. Well, if you do hurt, this is your public service announcement to go and seek treatment. Oh. Man, Ruffsman, I hope you're okay. So the wave-particle duality is a little weird. But I don't hate it. I can't take apart the... What's a Robertson screwdriver? The can looked like it tastes? Well, here's the thing. I don't do hops. And not a lot of you are on Untapped, which is... Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's an awkward one to even have. Is it the metric kind of screwdriver? Oh man. Gressmet says the Robertson screwdriver is a great Canadian invention that was overtaken by the substandard American Phillips head many, many years ago. I do not like Phillips screws, but I think the only good thing about Phillips head is that they'll strip if there's too much torque applied, and I think that's why they ended up being popular. No, Canada Kim. It's literally because I don't usually do hops. And I can taste the hops. So, but it doesn't taste like soap, so it's good. I'm doing okay. Probably not something I'll get ever again, but the can art was cool, the name was cool. I don't think I'll have to have Favorite Human finish it for me. So, you know, we're all good. Slap some duct tape. Yeah, I don't... Hops, I think my issue with hops is that they taste like soap. So, like, cilantro doesn't taste like soap to me. Cilantro, I think, tastes fine. I haven't really experimented with that too much. Or if it does taste like soap, it doesn't taste like soap enough to bother me. Like coriander. Yeah. I miss my herb garden. Coating it with maple syrup. Restmet says, I would try the old Canadian remedy of coating it with maple syrup, but we've already moved out of this place and don't keep any maple syrup here. The fridge is empty. DPI says, for me it's the opposite. Cilantro or coriander tastes like soap and hops are just hoppy. Yeah, there's some people saying that it might be a correlation, that that it's possibly the same gene, but yeah. And dry hopped isn't bad. Apparently brewing with hops is what does me in. Okay, so these are done. And now the next image is showing me that these go onto here. I'm assuming like this. Yeah, that looks right. Our platform's even bigger. Hops is the new hotness. I'm just so annoyed because there's a variety of there's a strain of hops called Galaxy. So a lot of like space named beers have end up having Galaxy hops in them, and then they're IPAs. And I don't do IPAs. Would you just discover, Kerbal? Coriander is not bad when young, gets older, yes, soapy. I'm assuming you're talking about when the plant is young. So this is what we have so far. It's nice and, you know, symmetrical. Kerbal says, John Young dropped an F-bomb on the moon. I remember reading one of the transcripts, and the astronomers, the astronauts called each other babe a lot, and I was like, what? And yes, Paranor says, fun fact, hops are in the same genus family of hemp. They are. And those famous first words, I think, were not actually the first words. I think they had to go over and redo it. Maybe I'm wrong. He was upset about having the farts from drinking too much orange juice. Oh my, oh my. Oh my. Here's our little Apollo 11 lunar lander label, so we're going to set that aside. I mean, they probably were on a low residue diet. And you can't really burp in space, because you end up kind of vomiting. Which, yeah, I know. Isn't that, you know... I should probably rotate this how they have it in the book. So. Refsmat says they had to use orange juice because walking on the moon drains your electrolytes, even if you're drinking lots of fresh water. Because fresh water doesn't contain electrolytes. In fact, that accelerates the expulsion of minerals and vitamins and stuff. Yep. Refsmat continues. So the moonwalking suits included a straw that was pointed in the general direction of the moonwalker's face inside the helmet that he could use to drink fresh orange juice. That almost sounds like the straw inside of gas masks. You can attach your canteen to a thing on the outside of your gas mask, and you kind of hold. I think you hold your canteen upside down. Maybe you don't have to hold your canteen upside down. And then there's a straw inside the gas mask, and he... Would you like a rock cake? A rock cake. Would you like a rock cake? No.
How you doing?
Good. Have a rock cake. Come have a rock cake.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
I need a rock cake. What is this for?
I don't know. Yeah. One of the astronauts became misdirected in the middle of the moonwalk, and he ended up at the end of the moonwalk with sticky orange juice all up in his hair. Ugh. Ugh, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible.
I'm confused. What do you do for your spirometry? Well, no shit about that one. I already have a flu shot. No, well, it's because their last bit of information for me is from April.
Ah. I imagine it probably did not have pulp.
Say what?
I'm streaming, by the way.
Oh.
Have a rock cake. That's why it has dried cherries in it.
And sugar of some sort.
Yeah, there's orange sugar on top.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't originally turn the song on I was about to play.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That wouldn't have went well.
No. No, it would not have. No, it would not have. Now I'm like terribly curious, but it's better that I not know. It's like, why isn't this fitting here? It's not fitting here because there's one spot over. All right. Favorite human inspects cookie. Is this edible? Yeah. Is that what you were doing when you were inspecting the cookie?
Yeah, look. She knows, that I could die from certain things, so I'm assuming none of those things are in here.
No, I would not feed you something that would kill you. But yeah, here's the base so far. Yeah, he totally was inspecting it to see if it was edible. Because he trusts my baking. He knows I bake well. It's more along the lines of, did I use something that would hurt him? So. Yet. I don't want to kill him. I have zero desire to kill him. Oof. I burned myself baking again, darling. You just let out an exasperated sigh. This is apparently an ongoing theme at my house. Like, oh, Annie's baking. Annie's going to end up burning herself. Always happens. There's a little part I was looking for. So I've had this teeny tiny little thing of ice water that I've been putting my finger in to kind of ease the pain. And I think I started, you know, treating everything soon enough that there shouldn't be a whole lot of damage. Just don't glun to myself. I won't glun to myself. You know, everybody else is going to be like, well, we know Annie won't burn herself on hot spices. Yes, this is true. If I eat hot things on stream, I will not burn myself. I mean, my mouth will burn, but not my hand. Hey, open cage. Did I not do this right? Oh no, I did. Okay. Make sure these are all pushed in. So, I'm not sure how long you've been lurking, Open Cage, but we hit a major milestone with the BENNU project. So we're streaming! And I'm building working on building my lunar lander. 3 minutes, okay. So cool. So here's the quick version. I had promised a celebration stream when we hit halfway for images. That happened during our vacation week. I said, even if it did happen during the vacation week, I would stream anyways. So here we are, I'm streaming. I have astronomy themed beer. I have lunar Lego, or Lego lunar module, and I have rock cookies. So, yeah. I have a whole lot more rock cookies in the, why did I call them cookies? They're not rock cookies, rock cakes. I have more rock cakes in the kitchen. So, yeah. We're partying, and we'll probably have another celebration stream. Once we've reached, once we've completed all the images, and I'm going to make certificates for major milestones. And right now those major milestones are 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, 500, 100, 50, 25. Well, yeah, 25, because I said 25 earlier. So in the end, hopefully I get to email with, you know, all the things. Hey, Eric001. How you doing today? Oof, oof. Oh, wait, is this even right? It is not right. Look at me messing up. There we go. 001. Yeah. Yeah, you both have that in common on your username. So I know some people are hate mapping BENNU. during this stream, and heat mapping is totally a thing right now. As far as me streaming tomorrow, I haven't really decided yet. And I might stream tomorrow, I might not. Astro YYZ says, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, everybody's pretty much heat mapping BENNU at this point. Just trying to get it done. So yeah, I'm not too sure if I'm going to stream tomorrow. If I do stream, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do if I stream tomorrow. But I have definitely been enjoying my vacation from, you know, this week. Honestly, most of it was sitting around the house, playing video games, and just relaxing. I don't even know. I'm doing the same. Of skipping tomorrow? Oh, you were thinking of streaming. Well, if you're gonna stream. Staycations are great. I mean, they are. I'm going on a proper vacation next month? Next month. Favorite Human and I and his mom are going to Vegas. So, that should be fun. You've been kicked for changing your pants color? What? Was that really a Team Fortress thing? It's saying I should have 2 of these, and I don't see another one of these. Did it go under my keyboard? It is not under my keyboard. Huh. Is it in here? It is in there. Kerbal says, I'm doing summer school. I'm not sure if that's a yay or a I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't know yet, Paranor. I literally have not decided. Because I don't even know. Oh, pants indicate the team. Oh, yeah, it was totally lost on me. Thank you for that explanation. Yeah, I don't even know what's launching this week. I do need to design the certificates. Part of me is like, I can just design the certificates tomorrow. It's not really science. Which I don't know how many people would be upset about that. And what's the other thing? So we could do Juno images, because I think we looked at them before and I was like, nah, but then some really pretty images came out and I was like, all right, let's do this. Kerbal says, one of my classes is doling out the content a week at a time. The other released it all at once. I'm through 80% of the second class in 2 weeks. That works. Hey, Falco! So yeah, we made it halfway through BENNU images. Yeah! So I am eating rock cakes, which Tinker knows what rock cakes are. So I'm eating rock cakes. This is a rock cake. And drinking astronomy themed beer, which is getting green screened out, which is hilarious, and working on the Lunar Lander module. So yeah. Are we going to make it on time? Probably not. Probably not, because today's the 6th, the deadline is the 10th. We got over halfway though, guys. That's amazing. The project will continue. We will continue to mark. We will continue to mark because there's other science to be done with this data. So we just kind of got to work with it. Yeah, and as Paranor says, there's already some candidate sites. I don't remember off the top of my head how many images are left. Yeah. The landing should... I mean, it's not a landing, it's a touch and go maneuver. It'll still happen. They found some candidate sites. The maneuver will still proceed as normal. Unless things have changed and nobody's told me, you're not getting a rock cake. Yeah, so everything should, continue going as normal. It's just Tinker wants more candy. She's not getting more candy. So that's pretty much what I got for you. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on, keeping on. Oof. This one really does not want to go on. Yeah, definitely. YYZ says there are 2,360 completed images, and somebody else said something about 2,100 unique images to be done. So what am I building? It's the Lego Lunar Module. There's 4 bags. 4 bags. So what we're doing is I'm going to do the base, because I still have plenty of pieces for the base. They're not all on camera. Now they're all on camera. There's a lot of little pieces in this one, which I have not separated. Which I guess they could all go in here now. Oof. Stay. So, yeah. No, Tinker, no. I don't even have anything to throw at you, Tinker. So yeah, these are all the pieces that's left for bag 1, which is really there were multiple bags of bag 1. It was really weird. Oh, look at the fishy! And so yeah, we'll see what this looks like when we're done. I will put the little minifig together, and I mean, my beer is not gone yet. I still have plenty of things. Plenty of rock cakes. Favorite human is home, so. Oh no! Your llama tender died today. Aw, I'm sorry to hear about that. Hope some were able to tune in. Oh, some were able to tune in to the experimental Twitch stream that I did of Starry Night during the total solar eclipse the other day. Not trying to steal the thunder from CosmoQuest, but you weren't actually on the other day. No, we were not, and we were totally okay with that. It ended up being kind of a busy, weird week to be taking off, but we needed a week off. Like, Dr. Pamela is still vacationing, and yeah, I mean, I'm here, I'm home, but yeah. And no, Mythtown, you do not want to zoom in on these images. It's, no. Don't do it, because then you'll end up marking dust. And we want, to land. Okay, where did I put that weird piece? So as far as I can tell, no, that's not it, is it? Does it go on like this? No, it does not go on like this. But it doesn't want to go on like that either. Huh. There we go. So here's what the minifig looks like. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on him or not. I'm not sure if there's any parts that I'm missing. I'll have to go back and look. So I'll lay him right there. Oh, all you see is a single gray mass. Oh, wow. Yeah, I have things embiggened on my computer screen too, but yeah, in that case, yeah, go up to 150, but you really don't do it. Part of me is like, don't push it, Walker. Just don't push it. Look at me getting distracted. It's like, yeah, all this needs done, but you know, if it's really that difficult for you to do it, then don't do it. It's just that simple. Hurting yourself over getting this done is not worth it. Okay, so now where are we at? So we are definitely running out of pieces. Oh, I got ahead of myself. Oops. That's fine. Two, three. There's got to be a fourth one in here. There it is. DPI says the current images are very low contrast that might add to the uniform grayness. Yeah, didn't they lighten everything up to make it easier to see things? I haven't opened up an image in a while. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought they lightened it up. It just amuses me because I have to remind myself that BENNU is really not that light. And yeah, I know that feeling, Falco. It can be different, or difficult to see the difference between a grainy rock and a heap of dust. Yeah, I mean, so each one of these images that, you know, goes through is 1/9? I think that's how it goes. I think it's 1/9 of a larger image. So there's some areas with overlap. There's some areas where there's just a whole lot of stuff going on. And the goal really is to just find a big empty spot. As big as we can. And yeah, that's exactly the reason why we're going to, you know, why we have so many people do one image, because did they, you know, people will catch things that you missed. I am so sorry. I tried. It's harder with the keyboard further away. I am so sorry. But yeah, other people will essentially do what you do, and but yeah. Hey, Kevlar. And Kerbal's asking, does Polycam take images in color or is it colored by hand? Which craft is Polycam on? Or is it on Osiris Rex? Or are we talking about, you know, we're not talking about JunoCam. We can't be talking about JunoCam. Why would we be talking about JunoCam? Polycam is on Osiris Rex. It probably takes grayscale images like everything else, and is colored by hand. Speaking of space images that are colored by hand, I cannot post my colorized images on subreddit astronomy. I cannot post it on the subreddit astronomy photos, or astrophotography, excuse me. So it's looking like I might just put them up on Flickr or Imgur or something, because there's another subreddit that I could check to see if they'd be allowed on, but I have a feeling that the answer is going to be no. And the reason why I can't post my colorized images on the astronomy subreddit or the astrophotography subreddit is because I don't own Hubble. Yeah, those are the requirements. You have to own the equipment that you're taking the pictures with, or that you're processing the images of. No joke. No freaking joke. I'm like, y'all don't realize how much work goes into this, do you? But I digress. Can I post them on the CosmoQuest page somewhere? Maybe. I don't want to mess with the CosmoQuest page a whole lot. The easiest thing is probably for me to put them up on Imgur or Flickr. Let me buy you a Hubble then. Put them up on Imgur or Flickr and share the link that way. Yeah. I have talked about sharing the links or sharing them on Twitter. So if I uploaded them to Imgur, I would be able to Imgur or Flickr. I could then share the links on Twitter, and y'all could go and download them and do whatever, because I can't charge for this stuff. So yeah, they really should get out. I mean, I'm not a professional at doing it, but I'm not a professional at doing it, but I am improving. And you know, this is definitely a skill that not a lot of people have. And I think it would be nice to showcase that skill. So Paranor says, a citizen science scope of government funding is so all data would be publicly owned, I think is a good idea. Or at least citizen-owned time. I know that data on Hubble isn't privately owned. I think it's kept under embargo before a paper's published. But after that, it becomes free use, open access. However you want to call it. Because that's essentially what I'm doing now. Oh look, we're emptying out a thing. Look at that. You can move this off screen. This one up here. I don't know if we could even get like citizen time, because getting time on the Hubble is no joke. The Hubble proposals are no joke. They recently started doing blind proposals, meaning that the authors' names weren't attached to the proposals when they were being reviewed, and the number of proposals that were written by women got accepted dramatically. So okay, that might be the subreddit I have to put it on, Eric, because that was the last one I had to check. So it was just very discouraging, and I don't Reddit very well, apparently. So like I have a whole one karma. Pro tip, stay away from the beauty subreddits. Just don't. Just don't. Ugh. They changed the policy at Hubble and signed that they do care about fixing the problem at least. Yes, because there are scientists known for doing Hubble data and getting Hubble time and da-da-da-da. And they usually work in teams. So, like, one Hubble proposal may actually have, like, 5 names on it, and it depends on who ends up being first author. There's a lot of stuff behind that. But, yeah, so if you keep seeing a proposal by somebody who's done good science in the past, you're going to have a bias for, you know, pushing that person's science towards, you know, using the very limited time is on Hubble. But if you see somebody who, you know, isn't well known, and you're already going to be kind of biased against them. So it's best that it's great for young scientists. It's great for scientists who are just trying to get some data out there that's not as well known. And it's great for female scientists. Oh, thank you for the bits, Kevlar. Thank you for the bits. Uh-oh, Puck knows what bits mean. I don't have anything for you, buddy. I gave you a rock cake earlier. Would you like a rock cake crumb? Here, have a rock cake crumb. Oh, it fell on Tinker's head. And Tinker stole it off the ground. Let's try this again. Can you lick it on my hand? There, he got some crumbs. Please, sir, may I have some more? Yeah. He just looks over at me and stands up and starts walking. Like, but Mom, you promised, Mom. The reason that there is no doggy cam today is because the webcam that's usually for the dogs is up above doing, is my Skycam, is today's Skycam, which is mounted on, wait for it, the boom arm that holds my microphone. This low-tech solution brought to you by Annie. Well, I'm glad you did some more images, Walker. I know it killed your eyes, so I'm very appreciative. So, yeah. YYZ, Mike Cassidy's done over 1,000, Walker. And it's amazing. And he's pretty busy too. Like, he's gone to the gym today. He went and got pizza now. Like, just a little bit ago. So yeah. It's pretty amazing. I am in awe of some of the images people have done. And I can see who's done what, and I know Mike doesn't mind that I share how many he's done. But for a lot of the other people, especially if they haven't asked me how many they've done, or if I'm trying to respect their privacy, because maybe they don't want the world to know that they were doing this project, or maybe, they don't want everybody to know how many images they did. So he is a beast. Ohio Arm, yeah. Falco, yeah, there are some people that have done over 3,000 images. The last I looked, there were 18 people who had done over 3,000 images. Yeah, and but you wanna know what, Falco? If you've done more than 5, you're alright in my book. because there are so many people that have gone and done one, and that's it. That's it. There are just so many people that have logged on, done one image, and we're like, nope, I'm done. So, yeah. If you've done more than 5, awesome. And yeah, each one of those people that have done one image has helped. But I need them to come back and do like 4 more images. Just 4 more images. So, yeah. And I don't want to guilt anybody. I don't want to guilt anybody into doing more images, because... Oh, thanks for the sub, Fenring. I don't have doggy cam, so I'm not throwing treats at the dogs, and trust me, they're very not happy about this. I don't want to guilt anybody into doing images, but... Because guilt's not... I don't want you guys to be doing this out of guilt. And yeah, even the people that do one image have helped. The people that have done 3,000 images are freaking amazing. I can't do 3,000 images. I don't think I've broken 100. I don't know if I've even broken 25. I mean, just... Not everybody can sit and do a gazillion images. Aw, hey Fenring. Well, to recap, you know, we hit halfway. I am working on the base to the lunar lander module. I have some astronomy themed beer. And I have rock cakes, which are delicious. So, and we'll have, when we're all done, we'll have another support stream. So yeah, that's what we're doing. You know, the rock cakes were suggested by Veronica Cure. The astronomy beer, I had two in my fridge, and I think it was Mike that suggested I drink the sour. So this is Wave Particle Duality by Central State Brewing here in Ohio. And I think it was a bunch of people that were like, no, I want to see you build the lunar lander module. So, oh, Eric says, my goal is 500. Sadly, the boss won't let me take the time off to mark rocks. Aw. So, yeah, Canada Kim points out a good thing. One image is okay. You know, people tried it, and it just, as Canada Kim says, one image is okay, Annie. People tried the citizen science, and it just does not work for them. Thank you all for helping. Yeah, it's just... To me, it's kind of disappointing to see, like, all the people that have... The count of all the people that have done 1 versus the people that have done 2, 3, 5. Because I broke it down, because I was like, wow, this is a really big jump between 1 and 3, or 1 and 5. And I think in the data I pulled the other day, I broke it down by number between 1 and 10. And, you know, as one expects, the more images were done, you know, the fewer percentage of overall users had done that number of images. So, yeah, Mercury's not up, and I have been slacking on getting my stuff together to program. So, like, Dr. Pamela may or may not regret giving me access to the to the database. I took a couple SQL classes in university. Some many years apart. Hold on, I need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. So I'm familiar enough with SQL to go ahead and dig in. And yeah, and I've had IRB training too, which is why I'm like, I'll name that people have done this many, but I'm not gonna tell you who. And what was I thinking? So I had SQL in university, so I'm not really afraid of it. And we're switching to PHP to program the website in. And while I've never done PHP, I've done C++ and C# and C, and those are related, but because I've never done PHP, there's that, okay, I need to just get off my butt and do it. So I saw a comment on that Canada Kim said, Canada Kim adds, all about time and lifestyle as well. I work on a computer all day, and at the end of the day, my brain just needs to zone out. Agreed. And I'd like to dump all the data in R and play with it some more, because I also had a statistics class in university. Because you might not know this, but I like data. I like data a lot. So yeah, I would totally love to just pull everything up in R and, play around in R, try to refresh my memory of what does what, and, get some really good visuals of everything, because I'd love to do some visuals of the data too. Pictures are pretty, especially when they express information. Oh, I better not be missing a piece. It happens sometimes. Alright, I'll put these in first before I lose them. Falco Online says, I don't like dating. Doesn't seem to work for me. Oh, data? Gosh. And yeah, I'd like to get close. Am I really missing a piece? There's no way I'm missing a piece. I know this happens sometimes. Nope, there it is. Aha. And yeah, as Mythtown points out, Lego will ship you the missing pieces out of a set. And they pretty much, you just have to call them, and it's a pretty painless process. My mom's done it a couple times. And they don't charge you for it either. But usually all the pieces are here. My finger's doing better. Hooray! Okay, so now I want a whole bunch of weird ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kevlar says, came late, what are we building? The lunar module! The box is really big and open. Otherwise I'd pick it up. But yeah, this is the base plate for the lunar module. Give me 1 second, actually. Put all these over here. Yeah, I am definitely one bolt down. I'm down to just 2 colors of parts. So here is the little nameplate on it. And, yeah. Eric says, I haven't played with Lego in 40 years. I am totally an adult fan of Lego. It is funny when I go into the Lego store, because they're always like, who are you shopping for? I'm like, myself. I drag my nephew into it. And my dad likes Lego too. And there have been times when my mom, my dad, myself, and my nephew and I have all sat around the table, and done Legos together at their house. And my nephew, when he was real young, liked to do the people. So we had to dig out all the minifig parts and let him do the minifigs. And it took him a while to start following written instructions for building Lego bits, because he would just build whatever out of the Legos while we were building. So, yeah. Should go visit Legoland in Denmark. There are Legolands everywhere. There's a Legoland Discovery zone in Columbus that I took my nephew to, but it's like an indoor playground / amusement park. And they charge money, and we didn't have that kind of time. So we didn't do it. Oh no. There's no way. I think I might actually be short a Lego. No! Are you serious? Am I really short a Lego? I think I might actually be short a Lego. Oh, but the Legoland in Denmark is the original Legoland. Ah, I see. I have to get my passport first. What part is missing? It's a 1x3 slope. I can't remember the angle. It's a 1x3 slope. It might be. I don't want to open up any other bags. That's my problem. Tinker handed over. I'm gonna pick up things and move it around, because maybe it escaped. I mean, I tried really hard to keep all the pieces where they go. So it's not under the book. It's not in this jar, bowl, whatever. It's definitely not in this bowl. This bowl's all like 1x1 pieces. And this is some circular pieces. So stack these together and put them over here. Here's the stickers. Maybe behind the Astro Beak. Maybe. It's not under the keyboard. Oh, behind the Astro Beer. Nope. Laptop part, though. Pro tip, don't tear apart a laptop. Let the professionals do it. Well, we're just going to continue on. Check the bag. You were right. You were right. You win. It was in the bag. Good call. Good call, Canada Kim. I was like, I got them all out of the bag, didn't I? No. No, I did not. All right. Thank you, because I don't think I would have thought to check in the bag. And we needed that piece anyways to go on. All right. Canada Kim saved the day. Oof, okay. B says, Canada Kim found it, haha! How's your head doing, Refspat? My dogs are all like, what's going on, Mom? What's going on? Mom, Mom, Mom? Are there treats involved, Mom? Mom, Mom, Mom? How is your head? Falco, Refsmat hit his head earlier. I guess they're cleaning up out of their old place, and he hit his head on a cupboard, and I'm like, kind of concerned because I've had a concussion and they're not fun. So, hey, check that. We are now 2 empty bowls. Clotting nicely. Good, good. Alright, 1 bowl left. And, you know, oof. Our little minifig right there. And I'm assuming this is meant to be his flag. Second bowl finished. Time for a cookie. Actually, yeah. I have a cookie I haven't finished eating. Nom nom. What do you mean not like last time? Oh no! OpenGauge says, I once left a kitchen cupboard open while doing something near the floor, got up and crack. Ouch! Ouch! That does hurt just thinking about it. Oh my. You know, I'm glad you're in Canada, because at least then I can tell you to go to the hospital and have zero guilt about it. Zero guilt. Because I know you're not going to bankrupt yourself. Oh, America. Oh, you live in Buffalo. Well, crap. You live close enough that you can go to Canada and get healthcare and still not bankrupt yourself. So you mentioned the square, you know, screwdriver thing earlier and maple syrup, and I was like, he's Canadian, he's fine. He'll be fine. No, you live in Buffalo, you can cross the border and go. How many fingers am I holding up? We are expats. Ah, okay, see? So you can go and cross and still... You are not the only Canadian expats I know. Dr. Durrell, one of the astronomers at... Dr. Durrell and Professor Durrell. She has a master's degree. Are from Canada, and they recently got their... They recently got their citizenships. So, it's kind of a big deal. How, Paranor, how did you get knocked out because of a paper airplane? You know of Patrick Jarrell, but you haven't met? Ah, this is hilarious. Yeah. Pat is awesome. Pat is freaking awesome. He found out that I was going to be without a car, and he was like, oh no, I could have sold her my old Mazda. But no, Pat's awesome. He's a wonderful human being to work for. I got really lucky with the human beings I ended up working for in astronomy. He's a wonderful human being to work for. He is a wonderful professor. So yeah, he's awesome. Oh, Walker. Oh, Walker. You knew Rick? I knew Rick. Have we met? We may have actually met, Refsmat. Paranor says, I was standing on my desk at 5 years old, throwing paper airplanes in my room, and decided to be smart and jump over the chair, pushed it into the desk. Last thing I remember was feeling the top rung on the top of my foot. Oh, you haven't met and you never met Rick. Okay. Yeah, Rick was widely known. He has a sundial on campus as a memorial to him. Fell 20 feet, hit head on a 55-gallon drum, dented drum, walked to the infirmary. Sounds right. But I did get a feel for the several kinds of hardware and software he had set up in his planetarium. Funny story. Halloween. Under Rick. Rick really was into Halloween, and the planetarium has a Halloween show, right? Right. Because I may or may not still owe them, 3D figures for one of the classic parts of the show. Spoiler alert, I do. Hold on, let me get this right. So 2, shh, phone, it's okay. Okay, so, yeah, Rick really was into Halloween. And he would get fresh pumpkins to carve and put lights inside. And there was this little contraption where you could push, like, keys to control the baby food jars. And I think there was something similar for the pumpkins. There was a lot of special effects that were mechanical in nature. And we have, like, a couple saved, but for the most part, we have pulled practically all of them out. I have helped remove the wiring for all of them. And oh my, I heard a story about how one of the pumpkins may have caught fire. Because now we use fake pumpkins, but the pumpkins would just be up there. And real live pumpkins. But he'd carve them on campus, and he'd throw the seeds in a thing on the side, so you'd end up like with pumpkins growing, or garlic, or things of that nature. So, yeah. Truck backwards, tree splintered through my eyebrow. Oh my. You're supposed to roast the seeds. I think he just tossed them because he was in a hurry. Because under him, we did a lot of stuff kind of last minute. And that's not how Kurt runs things, which is fine. It's fine. But it took some getting used to of, oh, we're working on the Halloween show in, like, June. So, yeah, things of that nature. Yeah, Kim's story totally wins. Well, I'm out of beer, which is probably good. No, we need to stop and get back to science. By science, you mean marking BENNU? I'm almost done. I only have a couple pieces left. I kind of went in the wrong order for some things. Why? Y'all better not be blowing up my Discord. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kerbal, I will look up how many images you've done in a second. Eric's like, I knew something was missing. Back off to go get, coffee. Alright, and the next step is literally, where'd the sticker sheet go? If you want the sticker labeled 13. As a reminder, here's the sticker sheet. And we are going to carefully, and I mean carefully, pull the sticker off and put it on this thing. The Lego critter excavated the dark regolith and exposed a lighter color layer. Yeah! It's kind of neat, all the texture to this. Alright, so I'll set this kind of here. Eeh. At least I'm not worried about breaking it anymore. And pull this off. Is there a sticker that says Buzz was here? No, no sticker that says Buzz was here. Midtown says, the game keeps telling me that you are better. Don't worry. The game keeps telling me that you're better too. Miss Town and I are playing 2 Point Hospital, which is an amazing management game. It's hilarious. All right, and we plant the American flag. We plant the American flag. Oh, I guess we did plant the American flag. It does have a flag on a pole. Yeah, just like that. And we have a little astronaut to go with it. I guess we can just kind of stick him on here. American Lego, yeah. I mean, it was a sticker, so I'm now down 1 sticker. So yeah, we did it, guys. We built the base. Perfect take. All that, you naysayers. Yeah. Is there a left behind golf ball anywhere? No, they didn't include a golf ball. Thanks. It looks good. Part of me is like, I would display this just like this, but my cat would still find a way to destroy it. Cannot find the kit on Amazon.Canada. I bought it directly from the Lego store. So, yeah. No, you have not told me about the Lego sculpture on the moon. I bought this directly from Lego.com because I get credit that way. Okay. I have 1 little extra piece I'm just gonna kind of stick on here somewhere that I know I'll have to remove later. Okay. Oh, we had 2 extra empties, or 2 extra pieces. Come on, just stick there. Just stick there. There we go. You can include a small styrofoam ball. It would be like a piece of styrofoam. Oh, okay. So Kevlar starts off the one that commemorates all astronauts and cosmonauts, and Falco online shares a link to fallen astronaut, and my grandfather knew a sculptor who gave 1 sculpture to a friend astronaut in honor of all the astronauts who perished. That is pretty amazing. Alright, kind of scooch everything over elsewhere on my desk. Alright, so kind of clean up and pull my keyboard back because we are going to go database spunking again. I'm not going to show you the database because reasons, but we're definitely going to go database splunking. So now is the time to ask me how many images you've done. Oh, thanks, Kevlar. Yeah, have a good evening, or day, or morning, or night. Hold on, I need to change my other scene coming up because it's very distracting to see, like, my hands moving around. Alright. So we're pulling the freshest data. And let me make sure. Yep, the highest count is still 3,531. Kerbal wants to know how many. And I'm going to assume that Kerbal still uses the same username in both places. So it takes me a little bit. Kerbal. If you are still watching, Kerbal, you have done 17. So, how did the flag? I'm not even going to ask questions. Are there two places? The two places I'm talking about are the, because not everybody uses the same username everywhere. So I'm talking about if your Twitch or Discord username is different than the username you use for the BENNU project. Kerbal. 17. It does feel like a Sunday. Oh, it does feel like a Sunday. AstroYYZ says, or DPI says, if you've done 90 or any number actually, that auto-magically makes you awesome. Pretzel Rocks is playing music. Yeah, I think they are. I think you're right. So, trying to see. Did anybody else want to see how many they got? I don't think so. How many have I done? Now I'm trying to look for myself. Which I think I'll find Astro first. If I can alphabetize. Astro YYZ has done 93. And there's the cat. I have done 44. 44. That is way more than I thought I would have done. Yeah, here's the cat. Anybody else? Esther YYZ says, okay, I can do 100. You totally can do 100. Yeah, I didn't realize I did. See, now I want to do at least 6 more so I can get to that 50 milestone. Is it listed someplace? What, the number of images you've done? They're in the database, and I'm in the database right now. So I am literally, and I just saw your name, your username too, but I wasn't sure if you were in the stream. You have done 61 Autumn's Reign. 61. You are 14, no wait, I decided 75 wasn't a milestone. Yeah, you've done 61, that's amazing. Canada Kim, you have done... Now the lists aren't public yet. You've done 3. Unless you have multiple accounts on here. Yeah, Autumn's Ring, you've done a lot. No, because there's, a lot of sensitive information in the database, and I don't want to break it. So, yeah, it's not accessible to everyone, which is why I'm like, if you want to know, because I know the software doesn't keep track of how many you've done. I don't think it keeps track of, you know, how many you've, or how much time you've spent. I can look all of that up. I can export it, but, for IRB reasons, essentially, I don't want to publish everybody's stuff with everybody. So, like, I feel comfortable just telling you, you know, these are how many that have been done. If somebody asks me, you know, specifically, but it's not ethical to release the entire database to the wild. So, yeah. But yeah, no, it's here. You can ask me on Discord if I'm home and in front of my computer. I will look it up. Otherwise, you know, I'll do all that. Yes, favorite human? She wants more rock cake. Do you want another rock cake?
I'm just gonna steal the dog.
Why are you stealing the dog?
Because she had yogurt on her neck.
She's fine.
Okay, I won't trip back out.
She's fine. Yeah, you heard rock cake and now you want some more. Alright. So yeah, if you guys can't, if you guys can do one a day, that's great. If you can't, that's fine. Tell him jam, try peanut butter. He was just worried about yogurt on the dog's neck, and I'm not going to ask why. I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the database now, so I don't break things. And, peanut butter jelly time. Because dog. Yeah, dog. And we can hear the cat. So, where is everything? I'll ask why. Honey?
Yes.
Why was there yogurt on the dog?
I had a yogurt.
Because he had a yogurt. Falco, I try my best not to feed chocolate to the dogs. I understand it's toxic. I understand how sick it'll make the dog. Unfortunately, one of Tinker's favorite foods is chocolate. I'm not joking. She will tear through bags. She will open containers. She'll get places where you never thought she would get to get chocolate. And she will eat it. And she will get sick. This is my dog. Because I used to just have, like, chocolate stuff in, like, chocolate-coated protein bars in my bag when I was in school, and she'd get in my school bag if I left it on the floor. She ate, when I was at Dr. Pamela's for the, 3,560 days later celebration, she ate a chocolate bar while I was gone. So, yeah, my dog likes chocolate. I do my best to make sure she doesn't get in it, but, you know, things happen. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because y'all have been awesome, but I think I've been streaming for like 2 hours. Oh my, Twitch has been saying I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Wow. So I'm gonna wrap this up. You guys have been amazing. Keep up the good work. I will announce on Discord whether or not I'm streaming tomorrow. Because I might stream tomorrow, I might not stream tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow, it might be marking boulders, it might be doing science, it might be making certificates, so we'll see. we'll see how that goes. But it sounds like Favorite Human's making dinner, and I have more rock cakes to eat. So yeah, you all have been amazing, and thank you to everybody, really. I know you missed out on seeing me throw things at the dogs, and they've missed out on getting things thrown at them. So yeah, thank you all. I am going to awkwardly roll the credits, which is actually not as awkward as you think, because it's pretty much all ready to go. And I will go. So here's the really quick version of, you know, the wall of text. This production brought to you by you in collaboration with PSI, it's Planetary Science Institute in Tucson, Arizona, as well as Youngstown State University here in Youngstown, Ohio. We are literally here because of you, so thank you for everything. And if you can't afford to support us, you know, monetarily, that's fine. Inflict science on your friends, family, and colleagues. That's also really helpful. It is. And I think that's all. Everything is archived on YouTube. We'll be back to streaming next week, 1 p.m. Eastern on Monday. And yeah, you can reach us on Discord. So I think that's all the things. And yeah, so have a wonderful insert time of day here, and I will see you soon. I don't know when soon is, but I will see you again soon. So bye. And awkwardly roll the credits.